In today's video, we've got 5 newly announced PlayStation 4 games to go over. They all look very good, and they're probably gonna go a little bit under the radar, but I want to make sure that our subscribers know about them. Also, a fantastic PlayStation VR title will be free to play this weekend for PlayStation Plus members. Make sure to check that one out. We've got some details on the Division 2's private beta, and the Jump Force open beta is live right now. More on that at the end of this video. First, we gotta talk about all of these new PlayStation 4 games that have been announced. And I want to start off by talking about the co-op Holy Punk Brawler Obey Me. Obey Me is being published by Blowfish Studios and developed by Error 404 Games, and Obey Me is described as a cooperative Holy Punk Brawler. Here's the description about the game. Obey Me is a frantic 3D brawler centered around a duo of misfit demons fighting hordes of mutants, fiends, and angelic machines alike. Unbeknownst to humans, angels and demons wage in an invisible war, and mankind's very souls hang in the balance. A former human turned lesser devil named Vanessa Held works for one of these demons, Amon, the Archduke of Avarice. She'll fight alongside her hellhound companion Monty against violent denizens from above and below on an unholy quest where she'll unravel a conspiracy surrounding her. The game tells to play on your own or with a friend and experience an immersive story with unique and intriguing characters. Fight alongside Monty, your partner, combining your attacks and breaking havoc. Use different weapons, each having their own combos and special abilities to take down your foes. Upgrade your weapons and Monty's transformations using the souls of fallen enemies, and explore a decayed city to know more about this world and find secrets to increase your own chance of survival. Obey Me is shaping up to be one of those sleeper hits of this year. I really like the art style, has a cool beat 'em up vibe to it. Could be one of the more surprising games of 2019. Again, it's dropping Q3 2019. We'll keep you guys updated about that one. We also got the announcement of a brand new open world action RPG in Dysmantle. Dysmantle was announced by 10 Tons, an open world action RPG where you ruin everything. As you ascend from your shelter after the long years, a brave new world awaits you. A world inhabited with nasty and vile creatures, a world with no other human soul to be seen. A world that's about to get even worse. You need to find a way to escape the wretched island, but before that, enjoy the bittersweet apocalypse. Key features of the game include break over 99% of all objects for materials. With the right tools, no barrier will stop you. Fight with or run away nasty and vile creatures of the post-apocalyptic era, explore the handcrafted open world and uncover its mysteries, survive clear areas of monsters and claim it as yours, build outposts to establish your presence, craft permanent weapons, tools, outfits, and trinkets, hunt dangerous game or tame them for your post-apocalyptic zoo ranch, farm exotic plants and reap the rewards as crop gets ripe, solve puzzles above ground and underground in the tombs of the old ones, fish cunning scaly things under the watery surface, and cook delicious recipes for permanent stat and ability upgrades. There's a lot more information that has been revealed about the game, and I'll leave a link to that in the description box down below. Looks to be a pretty interesting game. We don't have an official release window for that, but I'll keep you guys updated.
I did run out of time, faced with your advice to get back in line. I struggled to suffice, weighed down by all your pride. Had to break my stride and get back on my feet with nothing left.
Also, we got the announcement of a brand new Dragon Ball game, and this is a Dragon Ball action RPG dubbed Dragon Ball Game Project Z Action RPG. Obviously, this won't be the final title of the game, but I am very excited about the possibility of a Dragon Ball RPG. You go back to like the Game Boy games with Dragon Ball Legacy of Goku, those games were awesome, and just the idea of them doing something on modern platforms, that has a lot of potential. Now, will they be going through the entirety of the Dragon Ball story? That would be great to see, and just reliving that in an RPG format, I think that would do really well from a commercial standpoint. I think people would be really into a game like that. Whenever we see a Dragon Ball game released, it's always a fighting game and it's always of a similar style, and I just want something a little bit different. Something more single player oriented would be absolutely awesome, and it looks like Bandai Namco is finally making something like that. More information about the game is due to arrive during the World Tour Finals taking place later this month on January 26th and 27th, so we'll keep you guys updated about the game. This is one I'm really excited about as a Dragon Ball fan. Speaking of RPGs, we got another one. Outworld, the brutal realistic fantasy RPG, finally gets a launch date. Outward is coming March 26th, and if you don't know about the game in Outward, you the player aren't the chosen one from a prophecy. You're an adventurer, a regular man, a traveler, and an explorer, and most importantly, you are very vulnerable. It's an open world RPG that you can play alone or with your friends, either online or in split screen. It's more than just an open world RPG, however, you can play co-op. You live the life of an adventurer from his or her humble beginnings up until you become a hardened wanderer whilst traveling incredible landscapes rich with diversity and life. Visually, the game looks great, and as far as survival open world RPGs goes, this one is shaping up very nicely. Very excited to try this one out in March. A very packed time for a game released in early 2019, as Outward's another major title that I think is going to have a lot of eyes on it as we head closer to its release. Again, March 26th is when this one drops. And lastly, we have a game that's dropping in just a couple of days, and that is Wandersong, launching on the PS4 on January 22nd. Wandersong is a musical adventure where you use singing to save the world. You play as a silly bard who embarks on a globe-trotting journey to learn about the mysterious Earth song said to prevent the universe's imminent end. It's up to you to sing your songs, unlock the world's secret, and make new friends. This is a very charming game. The art style and presentation reminds me a little bit of Little Big Planet. That's how charming it is. It has some great platforming elements as well, and obviously the soundtrack is going to be one of the biggest elements of this game. It's just a very charming game. No, it's not going to be super mature, but I think it is one that gamers are going to be captivated by as it hits the PS4 on January 22nd. The PlayStation blog has a great in-depth post about the game, so we'll leave that in the description box down below. Moving on from that, for those of you that are PlayStation Plus subscribers and you have PlayStation VR, you'll want to know that Firewall 0 Hour is free to play this weekend. I've talked a lot about Firewall 0 Hour. This is one of those games that have really added a ton of depth to the PlayStation VR's library, where there were a couple of multiplayer games like we had Riggs Mechanized Combat League, but Firewall 0 Hour is a step above, and this is a really great tactical shooter. Many would say it's Rainbow Six Siege in VR, and I can definitely see that comparison, but obviously it's VR, so you've got a whole new layer to experience with Firewall 0 Hour. And if you haven't been sold on the game based on me just talking very highly of it, and you're a PlayStation Plus subscriber, well, now I don't have to sell you on it. It's free to play this weekend. Make sure to download it, give it a look, and it will run specifically from January 18th until the 20th, and you'll have all of the game's core content, including the single player training, player versus AI multiplayer training, co-op versus AI, the multiplayer contracts, and the PvP. So check that out. You will have to be a Plus subscriber. Moving on from that, we are approaching closer and closer to the release of The Division 2, a game that a lot of you guys are already completely sold on, but maybe some of you want to check out the beta. The private beta has been dated and signups are open right now. The private beta itself will be running from February 7th to the 11th, and it will be private, so you will have to sign up. We'll leave a link to the signups down below. Do keep in mind that not everybody is going to get in. It's going to be a limited beta, but hey, it doesn't hurt to sign up, and the full game will be launching on March 15th, so even though they're calling this a beta, the meaning of the word beta has really dissipated over the years. When you're running a beta a month before a game is being released, at that point the game has already gone gold. Is it really a beta anymore? That's something I've talked about for quite a while, so let's just move on. Another game that's running an open beta a month ahead of its release is Jump Force. So the beta is live to download right now, but it will be available in limited time windows on Friday, January 18th, Saturday, January 19th, and Sunday, January 20th. We'll leave a link to the PlayStation Store where you can have a look at the various times that the beta will be available yourself, and the beta will have a limited roster of characters from different manga, and you'll also be able to try out 6 preset avatars. The open beta is made to stress test servers and identify potential bugs, so just go into it with an open mind and realize that servers are probably going to be better with the full game's release. And that's going to conclude this video, again, with the 5 new PlayStation 4 games that have been announced. Obey Me, a co-op holy punk brawler, the open world action RPG in Dysmantle, a Dragon Ball action RPG, Outward, which has a release date now of March 26th, and Wandersong dropping January 22nd. Which of those games are you the most excited for? Honestly, for me, that Dragon Ball action RPG, even though we don't know know a lot. Based on what I played with Legacy of Goku, I have high expectations for that. Firewall 0 Hour is free to play for PlayStation Plus subscribers this weekend. The Division 2's private beta signups are live right now, and you can download Jump Force right now. The open beta will be live on Friday, January 18th, and it will be running until January 20th in limited time windows. That's gonna conclude this video. Sound off with all of your thoughts in the comment section down below. Thank you for watching, and goodbye. Hey guys, we hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure to hit the subscribe button, and if you're already subscribed, do us a favor and hit the bell icon. This way you'll be notified whenever we post a new video. That's the best way to keep up with all of our uploads, and we usually try to upload 2 videos a day. And with the bell icon hit, you'll be notified whenever we do upload a video. As always, thanks for watching.